Welcome, Sagittarius. This is your weekly focus for the week of August the 12th, 2024. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. Let's turn to the cards and see what they'll reveal to us for this upcoming week. Okay, our underlying energy is the Four of Cups. It all starts with gratitude. It's about understanding what you already have to work with in your life that's going to make the difference now. Okay, you have done probably incredible things in order to push yourself forward, and maybe some of those things aren't coming together the way you would like, and so you lose your thanks that it's in your life, or the gratitude of that part of the puzzle being put together. Okay, but it's all coming together now. And the more you see the richness of what is around you and what you can utilize in the present moment is going to move you forward. And it's going to bring it all together, all the work, into a vision of your tomorrow. We have the first card, which is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a belief, a trust, a belief that you've got this, that it's consistency, it's showing up, it's doing what is necessary in order to move yourself forward. And doing that step, you know, there's nothing to measure yourself against except yourself and yesterday. So long as you are stepping in the right direction, you are stepping wisely under this energy. We have the Justice card as our middle card. Well, the Justice card is one that asks you to, look at what in your life has value. Okay, and that's a very big part of this reading already, is looking at our life and what has value, what pushes us forward, what moves us forward, where is our idle time, or where do we waste our energy, or where do we waste our money, our resources in some way. Okay, and understanding that those things are working against us, and maybe it's not so much leaving those things in the rear view mirror, but just kind of pushing them out of the way with a new sense of direction, a new sense of filling that time gap or filling that energy gap with something that is more luxurious, luxurious. The word will come to me. This is another card that asks you to show up consistently, to make a promise to yourself, to set a goal, to set some realistic expectations for yourself, and then show it the love, show it the consistency that it deserves in order to grow into what you see it to be. And the Eight of Pentacles. And I think throughout the week, you start to get this realization of what you're really good at, what you've really learned well, what's all coming together for you. I think, with these cards, and we're raising our potential here, and so there's got to be something to raise your potential. So this could be an opportunity coming in, a new goal to set. And knowing that you're setting that goal, it's about making a promise to yourself about what to bring in, how can I bring the energy towards that? How can I make time each and every part of, or each and every day, a little bit of time or a little bit of energy to put towards that? Because I can do so much better if I fill in the gaps. I hear fill in the gaps. Our overriding energy is the wishes fulfilled card. Seriously, come on, guys. The Nine of Cups. So, Sagittarius, it's your wishes, it's your desires, okay, that are coming into fruition for you. Okay, this is the time to set some really strong goals for yourself, some dreams for yourself, to disallow the things that bring in negative energy, the things that burden you, the things that are not moving you in the direction that you want to move right now. Okay, and appreciating the things that we already have around us. Maybe it's just the lessons we've learned, maybe it's the education that we seek. Maybe there's more education to be had. I don't really see it here though. But we're raising our potential, and in order to raise our potential, maybe we do need something to hone our skills or raise our knowledge or ability in some way. Absolutely. Cradling this energy is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is kind of starting to show up. I haven't seen the Page of Cups in forever. And this is kind of like, the fairyland hopes and dreams. Our imagination runs awry and we've won the lottery and we're living in that castle and we're approaching the castle. And then you hear this big boom as the drawbridge drops over the moat and you go walking into your castle. I mean, chances are our dreams won't be that when we manifest it, but it could be you driving up a beautiful laneway towards your new mansion, or maybe it's just that cottage in the country that you've always wanted, or maybe it's that condo, all glass windows that look out over the ocean. This is cradling the energy. This is kind of saying, I can have anything I want. As we go forward, as we are putting, I can have anything I want. It's all there for me. It's all there for me. I can have anything I want. It's all there for me. Wishes fulfilled. You have to kind of bring out your potential a little bit more in order to really make the mark that you want to make. Wishes fulfilled. What is that deepest dream, that desire, that passion? As we start the week, we have the Eight of Cups. We come to some conclusions that we have to get a little uncomfortable. We have to walk away from some of the things that give us comforts, things that we can rely on, because those things that give us comfort and we can rely on also starts to leave us in a rut. So we know that we have to push ourselves out of that rut and change some things in our life. Perhaps maybe it's we could definitely be going on some kind of journey or trip here. Maybe we're going towards education. Maybe we're signing up with some kind of formal training where you would have to leave locations in order to take in the knowledge that you want to take in. These are some of the niceties. It's like going camping, right? You know that you're not going to have electricity, you're not going to have running water and things like that. And you like those things because that gives you comfort. And going out in the wilderness, well, you do that because it takes you out of the norm. It forces you out of that rut. That's why getting out in nature and stuff, it can be so revitalizing for us. Is because it gives us that new surge of energy and a way of observing things and seeing things. As we leave the week, we have the Four of Pentacles. There's still something you don't want to give up. There's still something that holds you back from really stepping into the journey you want to step into, the path you want to step into. If we let go of some of those things, we think we can't let go of that, we can't change that in our life, we can't mess that up because of whatever it is. It's usually a fear that we might lose it, which is rarely the case. It's usually waiting for us, wanting us back in some way, in some form. But when we decide to it could be an old way of thinking, it could be an old way of there's something here. There's about letting go and being grateful for what you have. It's so strong for this week for you, Sag. And yet, as we end the week, we're still holding on to that something that doesn't allow us to move forward in the way we want. Are we recognizing it though? Are we seeing it? Because we're raising our potential. We may find that we don't need that anymore. Maybe it is a learning experience. Maybe it's something where you're nourishing your soul over your mind or your body. Maybe it's your body. Maybe you didn't want to participate into some things because you weren't physically fit enough, but now you've raised the potential on your health and well-being. So it could be something like that. Okay, let's go to work and career and see what happens here. Look at this. We have the Hermit. So the Hermit is recognizing the here and now, very much like our gratitude card, the Four of Cups up here. But now we have the Hermit card in work and career saying we just need to sit for a minute. We just need to breathe for a minute, not long. What do we got happening here? Okay, we got cups and oh, look at all the pentacles. This is about creating your prosperity. It really is. It's about the growth of your prosperity. Okay. So the Hermit in work, in career, in growing our stature. Okay. You may say, Tilly, I'm retired. I don't care about work anymore. But you may not realize that you can be a benefit to the community in some way by joining a volunteer organization or doing something, getting together with a group or like-minded people, and maybe helping younger people walk the path that you have walked. It might be something like that. So it's about raising your stature or our prosperity. Obviously, when it comes to work and career, we want to get better so that we get the better dollar amount, we get that vehicle so that we can drive towards the things that we want in life. So what do we have here? We have, like, okay, we got the castle with the moat happening here. But then we have justice, where we make a strong goal, a dream, a desire, a want, and then we set in solitude and we think, okay, what do I have in the present moment that I can utilize to move forward? So this is something from your past that is coming into fruition, that path that you walked that you didn't know why you had to go through that experience, or why you had to go through this experience or that one over there. And it all seems to make sense. Or you gained certain traits, maybe your strength, your courage, your understanding of who you are, maybe more determination or patience. Whatever the lesson was, it's all coming together now in a very dynamic energy for you, Sag. I mean, look at this board. Okay, we're going to start making a plan. We're going to start seeing how we can walk towards that castle with a moat. For relationships, we have Judgment, Death and Rebirth. That could have something to do with that card. Absolutely. Forks in the road. I think there could be a lot of friction when it comes to love this week. Your relationships. There's this drive, this energy, get out and do things with each other. For what you have done in relationships in the past, there's some kind of reward that comes to you. Now, it doesn't necessarily come in love. Maybe it's your passions, your dreams, your desires, because there's a lot of that on the board. This could be a rebirth of a relationship. Maybe you've separated for a while. You're coming back together again. Maybe you're thinking of separating and now you're laying down some ground rules. Now, know when you do that, please, that it's Mercury retrograde. So we'll probably be revisiting those conversations again, but it's a start in the right direction. This could be turning points within the relationship. But I get the sense of new beginnings, new starts, because it is with the Wish card. It is with the Justice card. The Justice card also, what isn't working in the relationship? What are we trying to fix that wasn't broken? Or do you get what I'm saying here? Like, sometimes we have to back out and look within in order to, or look within the relationship, get a different perspective in order to truly understand where the change is needed in the relationship. We are evolving, so that relationship needs to evolve in tandem, right? If you're meeting somebody, well, your wishes could come true right there. But it's about being present and being open to that, to meeting somebody. So if you're sitting at home, chances are somebody won't be knocking on your door. So get out there, socialize, network, have a little bit of fun, go on a day trip or something, and just meet different people. Go to a fair, go to a concert, go to an event happening in your community, mingle with other people. That's the kind of energy you need in order to bring in somebody. And chances are they'll be like-minded if you find them at an event that also drew yourself to. Okay. And I would think that we are aligning. I almost get him riding into, seeing the goal. So it's almost like we're driving ourselves towards the goal, towards the dream. If you have a fairy tale kind of idealism about relationships, the Justice card is here to say, okay, what really is workable? What really is doable? Okay. I know you want the moat. I know you want the drawbridge, but perhaps this little two-bedroom bungalow will do for the time being, and one day we can step into that. So we can't expect perfection. We can't expect. I don't think it's that instant harmony or that instant. Maybe you get to know them as a friend more than, or a colleague more than a potential spouse or lover. Let's pull one more card. We've got the Five of Wands. Yeah, get out there with people. This is a week for you to shine. This is a week for you to show yourself and what you bring to the table, to be authentic, to be real, to highlight just how beautiful you are. And what you are going towards, it's almost like you have this desire, this passion, this want. It's something that you love to do, that you want to do, that it it encapsulates you in some way. Okay. This is about allowing other people to show what they have to offer here. This is about maybe practice. This could be learning experiences as well, workshops, networking. Okay. Anywhere where there's activity within that kind of realm, that kind of atmosphere, arena. I think you have this wonderful, blessed week, Sag. It's about really making a commitment to yourself, really understanding what you already have around you in order to go forward. I think not only are you making the plan, but you are starting to take proactive steps. And there's lessons that you've learned in the past. There's things that you've walked through in the past that has given you this unique arrow to go forward with. It all comes together. It blends together so seamlessly. And you may be at this point in time looking back in time during this retrograde and thinking, I know why I went through that now. I understand it. I dated that person because this new employee I got is that person, and I know exactly how to deal with them from the get go. I'll be able to handle this person because he was the problem child at about 5 locations, so they stuck him in your store. And you recognize who he is exactly. And the minute you talk to him, you relate him to a spouse you had, or a relationship you had, a friendship you had. It doesn't even matter the age because we've learned from that experience and apply it here. And so they get away with nothing from the get go. And they end up actually being a pretty good employee because of that. And the boss looks at you and goes, wow, you handle that flawlessly. I think we need to move you up to human resources. We need to move you over here. You need to teach that to other people. So a lot of things can happen through a simple conversation here. There's significant realizations, aha moments, epiphanies, things just feeling right, magic happening in your life. I could see all of that being a potential for this week for you. So Sag, until we meet again, remember, I do love you.